start in 5, 4, 3, go.
Good afternoon. My name is Matt Medden, and I'm Vice President of Marketing for Ariens Company. I'd like to welcome you to our live web streaming news conference today to launch some new products. Today we are here at the legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the Packers. We're very fortunate with Ariens Company. This is really in our backyard. There's a lot of legendary history here at Lambeau Field, a lot of legendary history for Ariens snow products as well. We launched our first Sno-Thro back in 1961. What that means is we have decades of experience in snow throwing and what products really work well and what our consumers, what our end users are looking for. What we know from those decades of experience is that our customers are looking for reliability, they're looking for products that start easy, and they're looking for products that have a lot of power. And why is that important? Well, today we're introducing a brand new Ariens AX Easy Launch EFI technology snow engine. This is the first in the industry to bring EFI technology to snow throwing products. We're really excited about this. There's a lot of great benefits to what these products can bring. First of all, they're very easy to start. With a typical carbureted engine, there might be 5, 6, maybe even 7 different steps that a user has to go through to get the engine started. You have to set the choke, you have to set the throttle, you have to turn the key, you got to pull the cord, and you got to turn the choke back off. It's a really complicated and complex way to start a snow machine. With our new EFI engines, it's as easy as 1 and 2. 1, you turn the key, 2, you pull the cord, and the machine starts. It's really that easy. Secondly, we offer consistent snow throwing power. Because it's an electronic governor control system on the EFI engine, that means consistent power in all snow throwing conditions. Thirdly, it's fuel efficient. EFI offers really a way to gauge how much fuel the engine needs in any given condition and only uses the right amount of fuel. Finally, it's easy maintenance. Because it's a closed system, doesn't mix air with gas inside the carburetor, you virtually eliminate all conditions where fuel can get into a carburetor and gum up if it stays in there too long. So that's a very high-level explanation. To tell you a little bit more about the technical details of our product, I'd like to introduce Robert Enter, who's our engineering manager for snow products with Ariens.
Thank you, Matt. On the screen, you'll find on the left, you'll find a carbureted engine that includes all of the typical controls that you'll see on most carbureted engines. It includes a primer, a throttle control, a choke, a key switch, and a fuel valve. All of these complex controls are required to get a carbureted engine started and running for your snow event. On the right, you'll find an EFI engine, which is surprisingly very stark and doesn't include any of these controls. So the controls that we had to retain for the electronic fuel injection, the throttle control and the key switch, we've actually moved them up to the dash in an effort to improve the user experience as best as possible. So we want to make sure that we're always focusing on user convenience when we're delivering new products to the market. EFI is really simplified, as Matt mentioned. The system itself is constantly measuring and monitoring air temp, engine temp, and altitude. It uses these 3 variables to best control and best understand and deliver the correct amount of fuel and air mixture to the engine when you're starting. So it really takes the guesswork out of it. So a lot of times when you're starting a carbureted engine, you have to know where to position the choke, how much to prime, and especially that's fine for cold starts, but when you're hot restarting, you don't always know what you're supposed to do, and it's not always clear. With EFI, it really removes the guesswork. eGov and EFI really provides consistent power. As I mentioned before, it's constantly measuring air and engine temp, altitude, and it's also measuring engine speed. And because it's electronic, it happens real time very quickly. There's no mechanical system for it to understand, for it to droop, to understand where the engine speed's at. So it's really quickly and continuously monitoring all of those variables and providing the best possible air and fuel mixture to the engine as the loads and conditions and the demands on the engine are constantly changing. And we've really simplified it for off-season storage. This is a really a big one. For carbureted, it has a fuel system that is continuously and always exposed to air. So the air is providing the oxygen and it's oxidizing the fuel all the time. And during long periods of where the operator is not using the equipment, the fuel over time will oxidize, it will result in deposits and then actually gum up fuel passages. With EFI, we've prevented the exposure of the air and oxygen to the fuel. So the injector actually acts as a fuel valve, preventing any of that exposure. So it prevents any of those things from happening. So when you're ready to blow snow, the equipment is ready for you. I'm going to turn it back over to Matt to continue on.
All right. Thank you, Robert. So as you can see, we're very excited. Industry first to launch EFI technology in the snow category. Again, delivering very easy starting, as easy as 1 and 2. That's all you have to do. Virtually eliminating the maintenance and having to drain the gas during the winter, during the summer, and making sure that it's easy to start all the time. Fuel efficiency, we only use the gas that we need. And of course, great power in all conditions, whether it's light and fluffy snow or thick, heavy, wet snow at the end of the driveway. So we're really excited about this. These products, the 2 products that you see here today, we have a Deluxe 30 and a Platinum 24 SHO. These products will be available at retail in late October, early November. Retail prices, suggested retail prices for these products, the Deluxe 30 would be $16.99, and the Platinum 24 SHO would be $17.99. The Deluxe 30 will be available at the Home Depot, as well as independent power equipment dealers across the snow belt. And the Platinum 24 SHO will be available exclusively at our dealer partners across the snow belt. So with that, this is as I mentioned, this is a live web conference, a live news conference. We would like to open it up to questions at this point. Our moderator, Jessica, will be taking questions that come in online. I believe there's a Jessica, we'd like to open it up. Jessica's our moderator for our live web chat. If you have any questions, please submit them through the chat window, and we'll take them as they come in. At this point, Jessica, do we have any questions that we can answer?
Yes. The first question that we have is, on what other Ariens products has EFI technology been used?
So this is the first time EFI technology has been featured on snow engines, but we've used EFI technology on a lot of our lawn and garden products, especially in the commercial products. EFI is really a high technology. It delivers a lot of great benefits, and that's why we've had it on a lot of our commercial lawn and garden or our grass cutting equipment in the past. Really have almost a decade of experience with EFI. Really excited, though, to bring EFI technology with these easy launch engines to snow for the first time in the industry.
We do have another question. What is the warranty on this unit?
The warranty on these units with EFI engines, the easy launch, is a 3-year warranty, similar to what we have on all of our snow product line.
And is there a battery required on the EFI engine?
Turn that over to Robert.
Absolutely, a battery is provided with the unit itself. It's a nickel metal hydride battery pack. It's really good. We chose that technology for cold weather starting performance. So it starts all the way down to those cold temperatures that you guys need to be able to provide, your equipment needs to work. So,
one note on the battery is really used. The electronic fuel injection system, the EFI system, it's a battery, it's a replaceable battery, and it's very similar to a battery you'd have for a remote control car. So it's not a big, heavy lug of a battery. It's really just an RC type of a battery, which is really not that big. So it is replaceable. We do expect it to last at least a couple seasons. So don't expect from a maintenance perspective for batteries to be an issue at all on these EFI engines. Do we have anything else?
We do. Who are you targeting with this engine?
Well, I think the EFI technology, the easy starting, the easy maintenance, and the power of what the technology brings to the engine really can fit well with everyone. But you think about people that might be a little bit intimidated by these machines. They look a little bit big, a little bit intimidating, and we think about all the steps you have to go through with a typical carbureted engine, 4, 5, 6 steps. This is really easy. It's not intimidating. It's not hard to start. So women, maybe if you have somebody who's a little bit older, doesn't like the maintenance, doesn't like to have to go through all those steps to get the machine started. Also somebody who really enjoys the power. So you think about places that get a lot of heavy, wet, thick snow, maybe particularly in the Northeast. I think really are going to, those are the people that are going to resonate with our products. Anything else?
We do have another. What is the cost comparison of an EFI engine versus a standard engine?
So the cost comparison versus the kind of the standard carbureted versions of these Sno-Thro products, an end user, a customer could typically pay about $300 more at retail for these products.
Great. And one more question that I have is, has this engine been tested, and can you describe that process?
Sure, Robert?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Yeah, we've gone through 3 full test sequences with this engine. We take engine and especially snow performance very seriously. So the initial one was 2 winters ago. We had an early prototype that we spent a bunch of time with. Then we moved on to a preliminary design phase where we tested hundreds of hours through that, and then we got eventually into the validation cycle where we tested again multiple machines at hundreds of hours. So we're very confident that this technology is going to work well for the user and the people who pay for it. So thank you.
Additional questions?
We do have one more. Is the EFI system easily serviceable?
Yes, EFI is easily serviceable. We would encourage you to visit a servicing dealer, one of our dealer partners, who we're working right now to inform our dealers about the products, about and especially how to service these engines. But our dealers would be able to obviously take care of these engines, and especially with the new EFI technology. Anything else?
I think that's all.
All right, great. Well, thanks again for joining us for our news conference today. If you have any other additional questions or would like to see more about the features and benefits of our new Easy Launch EFI engines, I would encourage you to visit ariens.com. Again, thank you and have a great day.